Hello visuals and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Pokemon Thursday. The day of the week we talk about how, don't chew my PJ shirt, that's just chilling, having the time of its life. Hello, where we talk about the muscles on this bad boy here. Is that an approval? No, I think he's disappointed. Yes, hello visuals, welcome back to Pokemon Thursday, where last week we did my team for Pokemon Scarlet. Now it's time to dive a little bit more into the Generation 9 decks and take a look at some of the Pokemon we've got in Generation 9 and do my 10 favourite Pokemon from this generation. And next week we're going to do my least favourite from this generation. So visuals, buckle up, sit back, relax, get your brews on. Where's my coffee? Do I have my coffee downstairs? We'll get it later, fuck it. Relax and then let's talk about all the Generation 9 Pokemon we got, our likes and dislikes in the comments below. If you agree with my list, then say, Dan, your face is really fat. And if you disagree with my list, say, Dan, your face is really dumb. We'll go on that way. And yeah, please let me know your favourite Pokemon and least favourite Pokemon. Let's just get straight on with this, should we? You look so tired. We had a walk before and it was only like an hour. And maybe I'm taking on too long of walks. First up at number 10, it is a Baxcalibur, a Pokemon that I used on my first ever Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Well, you know, my first ever Generation 9 playthrough. He finished on my team of Pokemon Scarlet. The Pseudo Legendary for this region. Yeah, I really freaking like this Pokemon. I love Dragon Ice. I love his exclusive move. I love the way he looks. I mentioned in my team that, you know, you can tell he's a bold mon. He's a very bold Pokemon. He's got all these features going on his face and stuff. You look at his little head from behind, you're like, you're a little baldy Godzilla. But yeah, I love the whole Baxcalibur is just a really cool name. Like I said, the unique move, I can't remember what's his move called? I'll tell you now, visuals, because I have my Switch here at the ready. Check summary. What's your fucking move called? Glaive Rush. I think it's an exclusive to him anyway. I don't think anyone else can use it. Maybe they can, and I just think it's an exclusive. But yeah, he's a really cool Pokemon. Usually they get the pseudo legendaries right anyway. Hydreigon, not so much. But usually Pokemon get the pseudos right. But Baxcalibur, number 10. Box Legendary for Scarlet. Koraidon. I absolutely love Koraidon. And he's down further on the list because when you're in the form of running around on him, well, obviously he's supposed to be like a bike and the wheels extrude. The kind of point is to have the wheels because they don't function and actually do anything. Unless when they swim, maybe they're in flotation devices. That's a little bit crap, but when he's stood there in his battle form, I think he looks outstanding. The typing's really cool. The Koraidon, I think that's how you pronounce it. Looks amazing. The whole little adventure you go on, because obviously he's pretty much there for your whole entire Pokemon adventure. So you form some sort of little bond with him, and you fall in love with the different ways that he looks, and if you do use him in battle and whatnot. Exactly, he's a big. Well, he's not really a dog, is he? Kind of like a dog. He's nothing like a dog. When you're gliding around him, his introduction as well. Obviously, it depends which game you played. His particular introduction was amazing. Gliding through the air, but then crashing down. I fell in love with this little bad boy. Great legendary, and just great design. Next up, Chi-Yu. Nothing much to say about it. I just love the fact that it's this dark little fiery fish. One of the legendaries, instead of a legendary trio, we get a legendary quintuplet, whatever. I love that when you first battle him, he pops out, you do the whole thing, you find out the daggers, he comes out, and you're like, ah, cool. You're just a cool little firefish. There's something that I would happily get tattooed. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm absolutely in love with this Pokemon, but the more I look at him, the more I feel a bit more like, you look really fucking cool. There's something about it that I just absolutely adore. Out of all of the legendaries that you got, not including well, not because he beat him. Out of all the legendaries you get in this game, so far it's definitely my favourite. Not that I use it much, or not that I necessarily will use it much. But design-wise, I just think it looks amazing. So, Chi-Yu. Plus, I love that name. Next up, it's Annihilate. A Pokemon who didn't need to get any more angrier because Primate was completely angry, but now he is even more angry. Annihilate, the fact that the name is what? Annihilate. Like, I'm an ape that will annihilate the shit out of you. beautiful. The typing, beautiful. I've already said the name, beautiful. One that I have one. I haven't used it on the team properly yet, but I will do eventually. I want to try and get a nice level 100, beautiful setup, everything going with it. Because I love everything about this Pokemon. Like I said, the typing's great. His little face and posture being more angry, great. The name, outstanding. The first time I seen one was at the Team Star Battle. The fighting one obviously had him. And I just thought, wow, you look great. I saw the sprite of him, the image, and I thought, oh yeah, it looks cool. But then I saw him in 3D, I thought, oh wow, you look sick. And plus Primeape and that Mankey, that line's a legendary OG line. So to add another layer to that, great. But Annihilate had to make the list. Iron Thorns. I wasn't overly sold on the idea of, I'm just making sure I bring up the pictures of them just to make sure. I wasn't overly sold with the whole, right, going past and finding these ancient prehistoric Pokemon I'm up for. But futuristic one freaks me out a little bit. I said it in my review, I'm a bit like, okay, so does that mean that in the future Pokemon go extinct and they're all robots now? But anyway, regardless of what the story is there, it doesn't matter because this is one of the few future ones that I really like the look of. Purely, Austin John was right. He described it to me before I ever watched it. Huge fan of Austin John. Not that I need to say it, but definitely go check out his channel. He's fucking great. And he mentioned, you know, the dinosaur from Power Rangers. I thought, okay, I'll check this shit out. And we got it, and I'm thinking, oh, you do look sick as fuck. You actually look amazing. So he was an instant hit, whereas the others are a little bit meh. I definitely prefer the past stuff, which leads us on to our next one. Tusks. Now this is where I'm getting to get to like the really hard ones, because going forward now are the ones that I will turn around and say I absolutely adore. And I absolutely adore Great Tusk. OG ancient Grandad Don fan. The horns, the red, the more dinosaur prehistoric look. So fucking amazing. The typing, you know, would be in fighting type as well now. Well, in you know, in Scarlet. No, yeah, because we're on about what's his type up in. I can't remember now. That's why I brought this up. What is his type up in? Because obviously he has. Yeah, he's ground steel, and obviously we get him in the ground fighting ground fighting Great Tusk. And with the tusks coming right over, the big mammoth that you have to battle inside of Scarlet. Oh, he's so fucking awesome, and he looks so cool. Don Fan was a Pokemon I already absolutely adored. So to add this other layer to him, oh my god. When they got them pictures from the Book of Scarlet and you saw him there, the little reveal on the trailer, I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm intrigued. The only thing that I'm disappointed with was I would like to have got it earlier, because I definitely do think I would have had him on my team somewhere. I know I already had a ground type and grass and a electric and fighting type. So the ground and fighting type were covered. But I would have done something to get him on the team. I absolutely love him. Next up, it's Toadcrawl. Yes, I said it in my team, my Pokemon Scarlet team. I already love this version of Tentacruel, even though it's not Tentacruel, it's, you know, the whole thingy. But if I were to choose between the two, it's Toadcrawl. I love the typing, I love the design, I love the moveset he gets. He was so handy and useful in my team. He did so much damage, he was always great. Rarely ever lost a battle for me. It was a weird introduction, because Tentacruel and Tentacool as a line, I've always respected and admired their OGs. I always thought, I don't give a shit about you guys. You don't really do much for me. Yeah, you're all right, but whatever. And then this version of it, again, I know it's not the same Pokemon, but it is. It's just a Paldean, whatever. I saw this one and thought, oh my god. So when you're a watery poison bad boy, you don't really care. But you, as a ground grass, look at how you do. Now I do care. I fucking love you, and I really mean it. I love it. The colours I love. The design and what they've tried to base it off, I absolutely love. Toadcrawl, what a beast. Up, it's Fuecoco. The only good thing about the whole starters shenanigans, from every pre-evolution to every stage 1 to every starter stage, all of them are a bit meh. But Fuecoco is outstanding. I fell in love with Fuecoco straight away, which is usually strange for me, because I'm usually the grass boy. I usually go straight for the grass types. It's not every case. Snivy, yeah, fuck off, I don't like Snivy. And now Sprigatito, yeah. Well, I don't hate Sprigatito. I just don't like what it ends up as. The stage 1 is okay, but what it ends up as, no. But Fuecoco, I fell in love with. Something I always say in Pokemon videos is it's a, something like a Rhydon for me, or a Heracross, Cypher. They have a very Pokemon-y Pokemon feel. And Fuecoco for me had a very Pokemon feel. It's his goofy little face and his little sort of expression. Yeah, my starter, my G, my boy. And again though, even when he evolved at the Skeller Ridge, never really let me down. So Fuecoco. I said this in the my team of, this is our second position. Well, as the countdown divider said. Generation 8 with Sword and Shield. For whatever reason, there was a bug type I fell in love with, Slizzlepede. I have no idea why. Well, I know why I'm ahead because of design and stuff. But like, okay. Generation 9 comes around and gives us another bug. And I'm thinking, okay, I've instantly fell in love with you and I can't quite tell why. Spidops. The big tarantula boy, and as well, if you watch my Team 4, I was able to get a shiny. My fifth, I think it was my 4th or 5th encounter with a wild Pokemon was a shiny tarantula. And I was always going to use him on my team anyway. And I saw that one, I thought, okay, now I've got a shiny one. That's pretty freaking sick. But yeah, Spidops, that's the way he stands there. I think it's his dumb face, his dumb, weird sort of face. And when he's crawling around the floor following you, I'm like, I fucking love you because you just look like a fucking idiot. Just sat there, and he's got his dumb little... to be fair, I love spiders as well. I think spiders are so cool. But yeah, another bug type just fell into my life, and I'm like, yeah, instantly, you're in here. I fucking love you in his dumb little bottom part, and he's just stood move. Spidops, it's bizarre. I am now all of a sudden a bug catcher. Pokemon that I didn't expect to be my favourite. Again, I know all lists may change and whatnot, but so far, for me, it's going to be hard to beat. This is purely as well design-wise, but it's Grafify. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. For the past God knows how many weeks since the game come out, I've been pronouncing it Grafify. But I'm an idiot, so I'm probably wrong. But Grafify, we got him revealed quite early on, and I was already intrigued. The only part that I don't necessarily love about him is the normal typing. I sometimes think normal is just a pointless typing to have. I would have just kept him pure poison. But Grafify, he just looks amazing. Again, sorry to be such a repetitive dickhead. He has that Pokemon-y Pokemon feel towards it. The look about him, the way he stood there like that, he's got his paint in his middle finger. For me, he's everything Smeargle wish it could be. I know that makes no sense because, you know, Smeargle's just a normal type. He does a little painting where he's like the badass graffiti artist in the back alleys. And Smeargle's more like, oh, do your painting, darling. But I really fell in love with him. I even fell in love with him a bit more. This is going to sound so fucking strange. But when I was behind in battle, and I could see his full design, the tail and the big ears and the big vibrant eyes, I was just like, I fucking love you. I could see me in the Pokemon world now with him chilling on my shoulder, having the time of our lives, going around just graffitiing me like, shit, run. But I wouldn't run far because I'm fat as fuck. And he'd be like, shit, see you later, Dan. I'm away. But yeah, I fell in love with this little fucking son of a gun straight away. And he is instantaneously my favourite Pokemon from Generation 9. Not necessarily because of the typing. This is all purely aesthetic. And I use that word because he does graffiti, which is aesthetic. And there we have it, visuals. I'm just going to I'm going to cross Grafify off my list. So I know I'm all done. That's 10 Pokemon in the bank. So visuals, let me know who your favourite Pokemon is in the comments below. Is your list similar to mine? Do you love the whole future Pokemon stuff? Do you love the whole past Pokemon stuff? Do you adore these starters? Maybe Quaxly's your favourite water starter of all time. Maybe you would adore Sprigatito. Maybe you're like me and you think it's a weak starter lineup. But anything you want to let me know in the comments below. But visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the best. Come back next week where we'll do my least favourite Pokemon Generation 9. And we'll always keep being you and keep on keeping out.